Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless. This is the quiz show where all the questions have been put to 100 people before the show, and all our contestants have to do is come up with the answers that those 100 people couldn't think of. Let's meet today's players. And first up, we welcome back Frank and Faye, who were on the show last time. Everyone gets 2 chances, remember, to reach the Pointless final. This is your second and last chance. Frank, remind us how you and Faye know each other.
Faye's my lovely daughter, and I've known her all her life.
And Faye, what happened last time?
Oh, it was a bit of a dodgy subject for us, the literature.
I thought you were going to say some terrible gastronomic tale there. Or it was a bit of a dodgy
No,
subject.
I did feel a bit like that. It was like, oh, my heart sort of, you know.
Frank, what do you hope is going to come up today?
Well, I like football, so a bit of football and horse racing.
Faye, what would you like to see come up?
Oh, film, TV, Disney.
Disney. Good stuff. Well, you made it to round 1 last time. Let's hope we see more of you this time. Very best of luck to you, Frank and Faye. And next we welcome Maggie and Stevie. Now, how do you 2 know each other, Maggie?
Well, Stevie came to work as a temp at the company that I was working for in 1975, and we've been friends ever since.
What do you do now, Stevie?
I do PA work on a contract basis, so it gives me time for lots of holidays in between.
Maggie, what do you do now?
Oh, I'm retired. My husband and I emigrated to Australia in 1988.
Happy memories of Australia?
Oh, yes, yes, but it's lovely to be back.
So, well, travel's going to be great for both of you, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it should be.
Anything else you'd like to see come up today, Maggie?
Yes, please. 1960s music, please.
Excellent.
And Olympics.
Very good. Well, lovely to have you on the show, Maggie and Stevie. Very, very best of luck to you. And next, we welcome Max and Martin. How do you 2 know each other, Max?
Martin's fiancée is my cousin, so we met through her.
Right, you are. And when are you getting married?
In a couple of months' time, actually.
Very
So,
good. Well,
yeah.
many congratulations.
Hanging around.
What do you do, Max?
I'm a credit controller. I work in accounts, and I'm also do a bit of wrestling on the side.
Sorry, hang on. What? You on the side of what?
On the side, on the weekends, I do professional wrestling.
What, you do professional wrestling?
Yeah.
What's your wrestling name?
Weirdly, it's just my name with Mad at the start of it.
Mad Max.
Mad Max Fury.
You're called Max Fury.
I'm called Max Fury, yeah.
What do you wear as Mad Max Fury?
Well, I wear, like, black cycling shorts, kind of, with Fury this on my buttocks, if you will. I don't know whether you can say the other words, so...
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's better than having furry written there.
What's your wrestling name?
They call me Professor Wrestle. They call me the Professor. That's what they call me. What do they call you?
I'm called the Battery.
The Battery?
Yeah, double A, you see? AA. Double A, the Battery.
We should wrestle more than we do. I know we wrestle a lot. I know we wrestle a lot off-screen, but we should wrestle more on-screen.
Do you think put some of that in a show? Do you think that would
Yeah,
go
don't
down?
you think?
Well, there's a ring there, isn't there? We could...
What, the Professor versus the Battery?
Yeah.
Then you tag in Mad Max Fury.
What do you hope is going to come up today, Martin?
Probably a bit of sports, geography.
Good stuff. Well, warm welcome to the show, Max and Martin. It's great to have you here. And finally, we welcome back Katie and Lynn, who were on the show last time. Lynn, remind us how you 2 know each other.
We're mother and daughter.
And Katie, what was the story last time?
We did good in the first round, not so good in the second round, and then in the head-to-head, we got a bit lost on football.
You've got to be hoping to go to the final today,
We want that
surely.
trophy.
We do.
Game face on.
OK, very good. What do you hope is going to get you there, Katie?
Bit of books again, and science. That's pretty much it for me. Not very good at anything
Yeah, a
else.
bit of world geography, bit of history, lots of wrestling. Yeah, not too bothered about anything, really.
Well, very, very best of luck. Great to have you back on the show, Katie and Lynn.
Thank you.
We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show as it goes along. There's only one person left for me to introduce. He's an icon to students everywhere. And I'd just like to say, kids, if you're watching this doesn't count as revision, OK? Unless, of course, there's a question on Eurovision in your exams. It's my pointless friend, Richard.
Hiya. Hello. Hi, everybody. This should be fun, shouldn't it?
Oh, I think so,
We've
yeah.
already done some wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
So, Katie, can you just do that game face for me again? Is that convincing to you? Now, Max, can you do a game face? That's it. Now turn around and do that game face to Katie. That's a game face.
I'm intimidated.
That is a game face right there. So that's a needle match on the last 2 podiums, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, should be an absolute cracker.
Brilliant. Thanks, Richard. Now, all our questions on Pointers have been put to 100 people before the show. In order to get to the final round and be in with a chance of winning our jackpot, our contestants need to find the obscure answers those 100 people couldn't get. So basically, the fewer of the 100 people who knew the answer, the fewer points you will all score. Now, what everyone's trying to do, of course, is to find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, we will add 250 quid to the jackpot. Nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that, so today's jackpot starts off at £5,000. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, in this first round, each of you must give me one answer, and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever pair has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, so try and make sure that's not you. OK, our first category today is TV soaps. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many members of the Beale and Fowler families in EastEnders as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for the name of any character who has ever had the surname Beale or Fowler at any point in the history of the BBC TV series EastEnders. Very, very best of luck.
OK, now then, Faye and Frank, you all drew lots before the show, and today you are going first.
Yes. Well, oh, I never, ever watch EastEnders, so this is tricky. Ian Beale?
Ian, says Faye.
I think.
Ian, let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 said Ian. Absolutely right. Oi, 75.
Yeah.
A very popular Beale.
It's
Ian.
been in it since 1985, been in it right since the start, played by Adam Woodyat. Been married 4 times, been a loan shark, a property tycoon, largely a fish and chip shop owner, though.
Maggie. Oh, no. Oh, no, see, normally people would be jumping up and down when we say TV soaps. I did notice there was a bit of a muted atmosphere there. Everyone's looking at it. Actually, no, Katie looked quite happy. Oh. No, she doesn't. No.
Somewhere in the back of my mind was there a Michelle?
Michelle, says Maggie. Let's see if Michelle's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Michelle. Yeah, absolutely right. Look at that, 28, Maggie. Very, very well done indeed. 28 for Michelle.
Well done, Maggie, played by Susan Tully, who went on to direct many episodes of EastEnders as well. She managed to have a baby with Dirty Den and with Grant Mitchell. Oh. Actually, the only thing worse than that is having a baby with Ian Beale, I would say.
Max, remember, we are looking for members of the Beale or Fowler families from EastEnders.
Not really a fan of EastEnders, but I do know a couple, so I'm going to go for Mark Fowler.
Mark, says Max. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 said Mark. Absolutely right. 34.
Yeah, well done, Max, played latterly by Todd Carty.
Katie.
I think there's a rather attractive male character called Peter.
OK, Peter, says Katie. Let's
Yeah.
see if that's right. Let's see how many people said Peter. Is right. 21. Very well done, Katie.
Yeah, he was actually played by 5 different actors, Peter Beale, so at least one of whom was very attractive.
Yes.
He moved to Devon in 2010, if you're interested.
Thanks very much, Richard. Let's have a look at our scores. We're halfway through the round. Lowest score of the past. Katie, that was yours. Very, very well done indeed. Peter Beale there. So yes, Katie and Lynn looking very strong. Then up to 28, where we find Maggie and Stevie. Brilliantly done there, Maggie. You weren't fooling anyone. And then up to 34, where we find Max and Martin. Then up to 75, Faye and Frank. Frank, I'm hoping you've got a brilliant answer.
I've got a brilliant one, Alex.
Good. Yeah. Very, very best of luck with that. Frank, we're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, so we are looking for members of the Beale and Fowler families in EastEnders. And obviously, Lynn, you're going to try and find the one you think the fewest of our 100 people could remember. You're on 21. The high scorers on 75 are Frank and Faye, which means a score of 53 or less will stop you from becoming the new high scorers.
Not really my thing, but I think there's been a Pauline.
Pauline, there is your red line. You get below that red line, you are definitely through to the next round. Pauline, is it right? How many people said it? It's right. Oh, you've done it. Very well done. 51 for Pauline. Takes your total up to 72.
Yeah, she also appeared in that very first episode in 1985, alongside Ian Beale.
So remember, we are looking for members of the Beale or Fowler families from EastEnders. Now then, Martin. The high scorers are still Frank and Faye on 75. You're on 34.
Yeah, not a good one for me, but I think Pauline was married to Arthur Fowler.
Arthur, is it right? How many people said it? Very well done. Just 39 takes your total to 73.
Poor old Arthur.
Poor Arthur.
Oh, he had a terrible time of it.
Didn't he?
Went to prison for stealing the Christmas money. Pauline hit him with a pan. Oh, there's a nice bench in his memory, though, in Albert Square. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
God, it's depressing, isn't it?
Sad.
No, I mean the show.
Oh, this?
No, not this show. This show is awesome.
Yeah.
This show's awesome. We got Mad Max Fury on the show.
Come on. I tell you what, this is shaping. Look how close the scores are. Look how close they are.
I know, very close.
72, 73, 75. They haven't even answered yet. Amazing. Now then, Stevie. The high scorers are still Frank and Faye on 75. You're on 28. A score of 46 or less will keep you in the game.
I'm going to go for one of Ian Beale's many wives and go for Mel.
Mel.
Yes.
Mel, says Stevie. She really does know her EastEnders. How many people said that? Is it right? It's right. And you've done it. Wow, Stevie, that's brilliant. Two takes your total up to 30.
Yeah, good answer, played by Tamsin Outhwaite. She dumped Ian Beale just seconds after the wedding, didn't she? She was a bad lady.
She sounds awful.
Yeah, she wasn't great. Mind you, why was she marrying Ian, though?
Exactly.
That was slightly weird. He gets a lot of women, doesn't he? Ian Beale.
Was that at the property tycoon phase or was that at the chip shop phase?
That's a good question. I don't know what he was doing.
Maybe it
there.
was the property tycoon phase.
I say tycoon. He was never Lord Sugar, if you know what I mean.
Right.
But yeah, he's married a lot of women. Some quite fit ones as well. Tamsin Outhwaite. So that is batting out of your league, isn't it?
Isn't it? There we are. Now then, talking of being out of the league, I'm afraid to say, Frank, you are the high scorers even before you've given your brilliant answer.
I know.
However, if you have a pointless answer, you could be like leaving a little bench in Albert Square. You could leave a little 250 quid there for everyone to remember you by.
I have got a brilliant answer. My brilliant stab-in-the-dark answer is Martin.
OK, Martin. Let's see if Martin's right. It's right.
Yes! That was all right.
13. It's a great answer, Frank. Takes your total up to 88.
Yes, Martin Fowler, in fact. He was the first baby ever to be born on Albert Square. In the history of EastEnders, one of only 4 characters not to have married Ian Beale. There's actually only 3 pointless answers in this whole round, so very well done if you got these at home. I know some people would have done. Elizabeth Beale, who was Kenny Beale's daughter, who came over from New Zealand. Jill Fowler, who married Mark, then sadly passed away straight afterwards. And Kenny Beale, who was Pete Beale's brother, who emigrated to New Zealand, played by the late Michael Atwell.
OK, well, thanks very much, Richard. At the end of our first round, the pair with the highest score who'll be leaving us, I'm afraid it's Frank and Faye. Once again, it's a first-round exit, but I'm afraid we have to say goodbye, and that's it. Frank, Faye, we've had you on twice. We haven't seen nearly enough of you. It's been a tremendous shame. But thanks very much for coming on.
Thank you.
We've
It's
had a
been
lovely
great.
time.
It's been great.
Brilliant.
It's fantastic.
Frank and Faye, lovely
Thank
contestants.
you.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Now, sadly, at the end of this round, another pair will be leaving us. Which pair is it going to be? Maggie and Stevie, I can't believe it's going to be you. After that performance in the first round. Max Fury just quietly bubbling away there. Good, steady performance. And pretty good performance from Katie and Lynn as well, but you were very, very close. Anyway, a new category. It's round 2, and our category is the Olympics. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, our question concerns people who have opened the Summer or Winter Olympic Games. It's Richard.
Yeah, it's simpler than it sounds, actually. We're just going to show you the names of 6 famous people on each pass alongside the year. You just have to tell us in which town or city they opened an Olympic Games in that year. It's going to be 12 in all for you to have a go at home. Very best of luck.
OK, so we are looking for the cities in which the Olympic Games were opened by these people in the years shown. And we have got on our first board Queen Elizabeth II, 1976, Leonid Brezhnev, 1980, Governor-General William Dean, 2000, King Harold V, 1994, King George VI, 1948, and Bill Clinton, 1996. I'll read those all one last time. Queen Elizabeth II, 1976, Leonid Brezhnev, 1980, Governor-General William Dean, 2000, King Harold V, 1994, King George VI, 1948, and Bill Clinton, 1996. There we are. 6 famous people. Which cities' games did they open? Stevie.
Right. It's difficult to know which is going to be the lowest score. I'll go for Governor-General William Dean and Sydney.
Sydney, you say, for Governor-General William Dean. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Sydney. He's right. $14. $14 for Sydney.
Well done, Stevie. The Sydney Games of 2000. Kathy Freeman, the athlete, actually lit the flame and then 10 days later won the 400 metres in front of a, let's say, ecstatic crowd.
So we're looking for the towns or cities where these people opened Olympic Games. Max.
I haven't got a Scooby, to be fair. Stab in the dark, I'm going to go Bill Clinton, 96, Atlanta.
Atlanta, says Max, for Bill Clinton, 1996. Let's see if it's right. And if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Atlanta. Absolutely right.
In there.
19. Not bad.
So you knew it perfectly well, Max, turns out. And the flame then was lit by Muhammad Ali, who had won Olympic gold 36 years earlier as Cassius Clay.
Now then, Katie, you're the last person to have this board, actually, so you can talk us through it if you like.
Sadly, I wasn't really alive for most of these. King Harold V sounds a bit Swedish. Harald, yeah? Danish, maybe? Nope. I'm going to go with Leonid Brezhnev, because he sounds a bit Russian. I'm going to say Moscow.
Moscow, you are saying,
Yeah.
for Leonid Brezhnev. 1980, Moscow. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Absolutely right.
Well done.
26. Very well escaped there, Katie. 26 for Moscow.
Yes, well worked out, Katie. Only 80 countries took part in 1980 because of the various boycotts. I'd like to point out that none of us here were alive for the 1948 Games.
Okay.
But even we could probably have a guess that that was London. Because King George VI, 38 points, that would have scored you. Queen Elizabeth II in 1976 was Montreal, 12 points. And King Harold V, that was a Winter Olympics in Norway, Lillehammer. Very well done if you said that, 1 point. Best answer on the board.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Stevie and Maggie looking very strong indeed on 14, then up to 19 where we find Max Power and Martin, and then up to 26. So Max Fury, what am I talking about? Max Power, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, because Max Power would be a ridiculous name.
Yeah, wouldn't it? And then up to 26 where we find Katie and Lynn. Very well escaped there, Katie. Lynn, you are the high scorers, though, so we need a brilliant low-scoring answer from you, but you'll get first dibs on the board. so it's going to be perfect. Right, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more famous people on the board, and here they come. We have got François Mitterrand, 1992, King Juan Carlos I, 1992, Ronald Reagan, 1984, Hu Jintao, 2008, Emperor Akihito, 1998, and the Duke of Edinburgh, 1956. I'll read those all one last time. François Mitterrand, 1992, King Juan Carlos I, 1992, Ronald Reagan, 1984, Hu Jintao, 2008, Emperor Akihito, 1998, and the Duke of Edinburgh, 1956. There we are. We are looking for the towns or cities in which the Olympic Games were opened by these people in the years shown. And obviously, Lynn, you're going to try and find the one you think the fewest of our 100 people knew. You're the high scorers on 26, Lynn. We need a low score.
I know 2. I think they're probably the 2 highest scoring, but I'm going to go for Juan Carlos and Barcelona.
Juan Carlos, Barcelona, says Lynn. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. There's no red line for you, Lynn, because you're high scorers. It's right.
Keep coming down.
28.
Okay.
28 for Barcelona.
It's a pretty big score, isn't it, then? Pretty big score.
Yeah.
And the flame there was lit by the Paralympic archer, Antonio Rabello, who fired an arrow through the air, lit the flame.
Brilliant. Martin. The high scorers are now Lynn and Katie on 54. If you can score 34, you are through to the next round. So we are looking for the towns or cities in which the Olympic Games were opened by these people.
I know quite a few. I'm hoping that Emperor Akihito opened the Winter Olympics in Nagano.
Nagano, says Martin, for Emperor Akihito. Nagano, here is your red line. If you can get below that red line, you're through to the head-to-head. Is Nagano right? How many people said it? It's right. Well done, you're in the head-to-head. 2! That's an excellent score, Martin. Takes your total up to 21.
Terrific answer, Martin. Very well played. And his father, the Emperor Hirohito, opened the Tokyo Summer Olympics and the Sapporo Winter Olympics as well.
Now then, Maggie. You're on 14. The high scorers remain Lynn and Katie on 54. If you can score 39 or less, you are through to the head-to-head. Talk us through the board, Maggie.
Well, François Mitterrand has got to be a Winter Olympics, so I'm not certain about that. Ronald Reagan, I'd say, is Los Angeles. Hu Jintao is Beijing. But I'm actually going to go for the Duke of Edinburgh because I was born by then. And I'd say that was Melbourne.
Melbourne for the Duke of Edinburgh in 1956. Is that right, Melbourne? How many people said it? It is right. You are in the head-to-head. Very well done, Maggie. Brilliant. 6. 6 takes your total up to 20, Maggie. Richard.
Another very good answer, very good round from everybody there. Yeah, opened them in the Queen's absence. Let's go through the rest. Maggie's taken us through a couple of them. Hu Jintao, absolutely right, was Beijing. Would have scored 26. Ronald Reagan was at Los Angeles. Would have scored 19. Now, the top one is a pointless answer. So very well done if you knew it was the 1992 Winter Olympics in Albertville. Albertville, it's a terrific answer if anyone got that.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our second round, the losing pair with the highest score, it's Lynn and Katie. Dear, oh dear, this wasn't meant to happen at all.
But we go home not having scored 100, so we're chuffed with ourselves.
54 is a fantastic score. I mean, really, particularly given that you didn't want the Olympics to come up. Yeah, it's been lovely having you on the show. I'm sorry you have to leave so soon, but Katie and Lynn, great contestants. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Well, congratulations, Maggie and Stevie. Max and Martin, you are now only 1 round away from the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £5,000. So you're now going to go head-to-head. And the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. The big news is, though, from here on in, you are allowed to confer. So, well, Maggie and Stevie, you've just played a blinder. Fantastic. The lowest scorers in each round. I mean, I'll tell you what, Max, if this was tag wrestling, they would have had you.
Struggling.
They'd have wiped the floor with you. But, you know, you can put your heads together now, Max and Martin. You confident?
Yes, yes.
Good, that's the right answer. Well, very best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here comes your first question, and it concerns fashion designers. There you go, Max. Fashion designers. Richard?
Yeah, we're going to show you 5 photographs now of famous people wearing the clothes of a particular fashion designer. Can you name the fashion designer, please?
Wearing the clothes of a particular fashion designer?
Yeah, don't pretend that you won't know all 5 of them immediately.
No, but I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will. OK, wow. Let's reveal the clothes of our 5 fashion designers. Good luck, both pairs. We have got A. Easy. B. Yeah. C. D. And E. Now then, Maggie and Stevie, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you get to go first.
Is it? Okay, you say
D, we'll go for.
You're going to go for D.
Yes, please.
And what are you going to say?
the Emmanuels.
The Emmanuels.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
You're saying
The Emmanuel.
Emmanuels.
Yes,
Yes, it
Elizabeth, I think.
Elizabeth and David, wasn't it?
Yes, Elizabeth
Emmanuels.
and
Yeah,
David. Yes.
Emmanuel.
OK, Max and Martin, talk us through the board. Come on.
Well, of course, A is,
That one, yeah.
you know, it's a very nice dress. C, obviously, I need a bigger...
Can we see C on full
can we
screen,
see?
please?
There we go. Yeah, I know that dress.
That's enough. I think we're going to go for B. And a bit of a guess, Jean-Paul Gaultier.
B, Jean-Paul Gaultier. OK, so we have the Emmanuels and we have Jean-Paul Gaultier. Maggie and Stevie said the Emmanuels. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Absolutely right. 30. 30 for the Emmanuels. Max and Martin, yeah, I don't know anything about fashion designers. Oh, but B might be Jean-Paul Gaultier. Let's see if it is. Jean-Paul Gaultier, is it right? Yes, it's absolutely right. Very well done.
Come on. Keep going.
And it beats the Emmanuels. Very well done indeed. 14. Which means, Max and Martin, after one question, you are up 1-0. Richard?
Yes, very big in the wrestling community, Jean-Paul Gaultier, very good. There's actually only one answer that would have beaten that on the board, so it's a very good answer. A is Vivienne Westwood. That's Helena Bonham Carter wearing that. 24 points that would have scored. C is Gianni Versace, and that would have scored you 16. And E is the best answer there. That is Gwyneth Paltrow wearing Ralph Lauren. Point is, she's got a lot of stick for wearing that to the Oscars, that dress.
Why?
Because it's made of seal cub fur. No, people just didn't think it suited her. It's not made of seal cub fur. It's not made of seal cub fur.
Thank you very much indeed. Here comes your second question, Maggie and Stevie. You need to get this question to stay in the game. Best of luck. Your second question concerns Andrew Lloyd Webber. Richard.
You can't do that on every question, Max. Rule 1 of point is you can't say, I wonder if it's Jean-Paul Gaultier, and then go, oh, I can't believe it. Yeah, just 5 questions here leading to facts about Andrew Lloyd Webber. Can you pick the most obscure?
OK, thanks, Richard. Let's reveal our 5 clues to facts about Andrew Lloyd Webber, and here we go. We've got actress, singer he married in 1984, the royal family member who worked for his company, the sport, the subject of his musical The Beautiful Game, the song he and Tim Rice won an Oscar for, and the name of his cellist brother. I'll read those one more time. The actress-singer he married in 1984, the royal family member who worked for his company, the sport, which is the subject of his musical The Beautiful Game, the song he and Tim Rice won an Oscar for, and the name of his cellist brother. So there you are. 5 clues to facts about Andrew Lloyd Webber. Max and Martin, you go first this time.
Struggling big time again. I think the song he won an Oscar for might be Music of the Night.
Music of the Night, you are saying. Music of the Night. Now then, Maggie and Stevie. You can talk us through the board if you like.
Well, he married
Sarah
Brightman.
Sarah Brightman, that's it.
Prince
no,
Edward was the royal family.
Yeah.
The sport, is that the...
Well, it sounds like it should be football, but I don't know.
and the name of his cellist brother is Julian.
Which would be the least? Should we go for Julian?
Well, we'll go for
Julian.
Julian.
OK, you're going to say Julian, the name of his cellist brother. So we have, from Max and Martin, Music of the Night. Is that the song he and Tim Rice won an Oscar for? Let's find out. No. No, it is not, which means, Maggie and Stevie, you merely have to be right, and you are then going to be back in the game if you are. Julian Lloyd Webber, is that the name of his brother, the cellist? Yes, it is. Very well done. 36 the score. But most importantly, it was right, which means, Maggie and Stevie, you are back in the game. After 2 questions, it's 1-1. Richard.
Yeah, it wasn't Music of the Night, I'm afraid. It's from Evita, the song they won the Oscar for, and it was You Must Love Me. Would have scored 1 point. To win the best song at the Oscars, it has to be written specifically for the film. The actress-singer he married, ladies, you're absolutely right, was Sarah Brightman, and that would have scored you 30. You were right as well about the royal family member. That was Prince Edward, as he was then. Would have scored 32, and the sport that's the subject of The Beautiful Game is football. That would have scored 41 points. So You Must Love Me is very much the best answer on that board.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So here comes the third question, the decider. Whoever wins this goes through to the final and plays for that £5,000 jackpot. Very best of luck to both pairs. Our third question concerns books with a number in the title. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you the name of 5 books, all of which have a number in the title, but we've left that number out. Can you fill it in and choose the most obscure? Very, very best of luck.
OK, let's reveal our books with numbers in the title with the number omitted. And we have got The Blank Musketeers, The Crying of Lot Blank, Catch Blank, The House of the Blank Gables, and Slaughterhouse Blank. I'll read those one last time. The Blank Musketeers, The Crying of Lot Blank, Catch Blank, The House of the Blank Gables, and Slaughterhouse Blank. So there you are. 5 books with the numbers missing from their titles. Maggie and Stevie, you go first this time.
We're not too good at this, I'm afraid. We'll have to go for Catch-22.
Catch-22, say Maggie and Stevie. Catch-22. Max and Martin, you can talk us through the rest of the board if you like.
I guess so. Just, I think, a bit of a guess. House of the 12 Gables.
House of the 12 Gables, say Max and Martin. Maggie and Stevie, you've said Catch-22. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Catch-22. Absolutely right. 78. As you imagine, quite a high score there. Max and Martin, you've taken a bit of a punt on this. Let's see if that house has 12 gables, and if it does, let's see how many people said it. Oh, bad luck. But you did exactly the right thing there. Sadly, it was a wrong answer, which means, Maggie and Stevie, after 3 questions, you are through to the final 2-1. Very well done.
Yeah, sorry, guys, it's a Nathaniel Hawthorne book, and it's The House of the 7 Gables, I'm afraid. Would have scored you 11 points, so would have seen you through. The one at the bottom would have seen you through as well. That's the extraordinary Kurt Vonnegut novel, Slaughterhouse 5. Well worth reading if you haven't. Would have scored 26. Right at the top there, The Three Musketeers, obviously. Almost as bad as the wrong answer, though. 98 points, that would have scored you. And do you know the second one down?
I don't.
It's a 1966 novella by Thomas Pynchon. and it's the crying of lot 49. And that would have scored 7 points, so well done to our 100 people there, 7 of them knowing that. And well done if you got all of those on the board.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our head-to-head, I'm afraid the losing pair is Max and Martin. So we have to say goodbye to you. But you've had a great game. You've had a great game. Maggie and Stevie have been pretty phenomenal the whole way through. Yeah. Max and Martin, we'll see you again next time. We'll look forward to that very much. But meantime, thanks very much for playing. Great contestants. Yeah. But for Maggie and Stevie, it's now time for our pointless final. Well, massive congratulations, Maggie and Stevie. You fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £5,000. There we are. Well, you've been fantastic. We've flung everything at you. We've given you EastEnders. We've given you Olympics. Andrew Lloyd Webber.
It was those fashion
designers. I mean...
Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Yeah. I think you played it a bit safe there, didn't you? You underestimated
we did
the gentleman.
know some of the others, but...
Yes.
I didn't know Jean-Paul Gaultier, I have to say so, but the others I did.
Well, there you are. Well, you've done so well. The rules are very simple. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. Well, we haven't had any pointless answers on the show today. You only have to find one now, and you will leave here with £5,000. Firstly, you've got to choose a category. You have a choice of 5 options, and they are literary awards, horse racing, words, pop music, 20th century dramatists.
Well, should we do words?
We'll have a go at words,
yes,
I think.
Words it is.
Yeah.
Good.
As good as any.
OK, let's find out what the question is. Yes. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many words ending in P-O-I-N-T as they could. Richard.
Yes, we're looking for any word that has its own entry in the Oxford Dictionary of English that ends P-O-I-N-T. We won't allow the word point itself. I suspect it wouldn't be a pointless answer anyway. And hyphenated words, trademarks, abbreviations, proper nouns obviously don't count as well. So very, very best of luck.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £5,000 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
OK.
Disappoint, underpoint, but...
Needlepoint and checkpoint.
Oh, yes. Needlepoint, checkpoint. Mine's got a blank. Think of something...
There's not such a thing as counterpoint, is there?
Counterpoint, yes.
Is there counterpoint?
Oh, I'm thinking of counterpart.
Yeah, probably. Oh, goodness. They're so obvious, aren't they? The ones that...
Mine's got a blank.
Oh, it's silly. As you say, disappoint and...
Yeah, but that's going to be a
of
high
course,
score.
Yes.
Ten seconds left.
Oh, gosh.
That'd be hyphen question, I think. I think we just have to go to those.
With those 3?
Yeah, disappointing, isn't it?
It is disappointing.
OK, your time is up. So, we were looking for words ending in point.
Yes.
I now need your 3 answers.
OK, then.
Centre point?
Centre point.
Centre point.
And it's a building.
Well, it is a building, but hopefully it's a word as well.
Yes.
Needlepoint.
Needlepoint.
And checkpoint.
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 Yeah.
There we are.
Charlie.
Checkpoint Charlie.
Perfect. And now, of those 3, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
What would you think?
Needlepoint.
Needlepoint, yes.
Needlepoint, we shall
last.
put last. Which do you think is your least likely to be pointless?
Well, I don't think we know that centre point's going to be a word, so...
We'll
perhaps
bung it
that-
first.
Yes.
Yeah.
OK, let's put them up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got centre point, checkpoint, needlepoint. OK, so we were looking for words ending in point. You only need to find one pointless answer, remember, to win that jackpot of £5,000. So, centre point. Let's see, is it right? And if it is, how many people said it? Centre point. No! Bad luck. Unfortunately, therefore, not a pointless answer. So you only have 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. 2 very good chances, I'd have said. £5,000 is riding on this. Maggie, what would you do with £5,000?
Well, I recently lost a very nice bracelet, so I'd like, if I could, get a goldsmith to make another one for me.
OK, very good. Well, best of luck with that.
you.
Stevie, how about you?
I treat myself to a new laptop and also put it towards a holiday.
Lovely. OK, best of luck. Let's hope one of your 2 remaining answers will bring in that laptop and that bracelet for you. OK, we're looking for words ending in point. Let's hope nobody said your next answer, checkpoint. Has to be correct, has to be pointless. If it's both of those things, you win £5,000. Let's see, is it right? How many people said checkpoint? It's absolutely right. Centre point, your first answer, was an incorrect answer, but checkpoint most certainly is correct. Down it goes into the 20s. Still going down into 10. 10 for checkpoint. So you only have one more chance to win today's jackpot of £5,000. Everything is now riding on needlepoint. So we're looking for words ending in point. Your third and final answer, your most confident answer, was needlepoint. Let's find out for £5,000. Is it pointless? Well, of course it's right. Centre point was incorrect. Checkpoint took us all the way down to 10. If needlepoint takes us all the way down to 0, you lose. Oh, no. 21. Well, unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot, but you do still get to take home our pointless trophy, so very, very well done indeed.
Unlucky Maggie and Stevie played so well throughout as well. Actually, needlepoint is the 3rd highest answer of all of them on the board, yeah, just behind a point and disappoint, amazingly. There's a few quite low scorers, which are nice words. There's gunpoint, would have got you 3 points. Cash point, 2. Flash point, 1 point. But let's take a look at some of the pointless answers here. Let's take a look at all the pointless answers, see if you've got any of these. Acupoint is where they put acupuncture needles in if you have acupuncture. Colour point, which is a type of cat. Embonpoint literally means plumpness. Reef point, which is a term in sailing. Seal point, which is a particular marking on a Siamese cat. I can't believe you didn't say that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, seal point. Yeah, you got it now. Strong point, which is a fortified military position. And touch point, which is a sort of a liaison between a business and a customer.
Yes. Okay.
Very well done if you've got any of those ones at home.
Well, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to you, Maggie and Stevie, but it's been wonderful having you on the show. Thank you both.
Super
been
time.
great.
Well, it's been brilliant. Thank you both so much for playing. Great contestants. Well, Maggie and Stevie didn't win our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £6,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.